guys, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today's video we'll be looking at Unfezant deck with a downburst attack. You might have each player shuffle all cards attached to their active Pokemon in their deck and you're hitting for 90. So really cool deck that you can use, especially and specifically with triple acceleration energy where you can hit for 90 and just shuffle that triple acceleration energy back into the deck, as well as all cards attached to Unfezant, and of course to your opponent's active Pokemon, which is pretty damn good. What is also special about this Pokemon is definitely 140 HP. The bad thing, of course, is the resistance on the lightnings. Lightnings are actually in the play, but for example, Zapdos cannot use attack for the weakness. The second part of this deck is of course Pidgeotto with the Airmail, so these two cards in combination works pretty good. So once per turn you might look at the top two cards of your deck and put one of them in your hand and the other card on the bottom of your deck. So with the Pidgeotto you can quickly try to access resources you need, probably triple acceleration energy, so you can just keep going on with the down burst. So running 4 copies of Pidgeotto, 4 copies of Unfezant, 4 copies of Pidgey and Pidgeotto, and of course 4 copies of Jirachi with the Stellar Wish for the Trainer Search. Additionally, from trainer cards, I'm playing 4 copies of Custom Catcher, 4 copies of Communication, 4 copies of Rare Candy, and then 3 copies of Pokegear 3.0. So turn 1 I can find myself a Professor Zell Lecture. Very important to set Pidgeottos and Piddo in play. 2 copies of Switch and 2 copies of a Skateboard for Switch options, as well as 2 copies of Tate and Liza. 1 attack card is Reset Stamp and Pulpet. Additionally to that, I'm playing 3 copies of Power Plant so I can shut down my opponent GX and EX abilities. Maybe even running 2 Power Plants and maybe 1 Shrine of Punishment wouldn't be that bad, but I just rather decide to stick with 3 copies of Power Plant. For the draw support, I have 2 Cynthias, 3 copies of Lily, 2 copies of Tate and Liza, and I think I'm probably just gonna substitute that Lily into maybe another Tate and Liza so I can have more switch options available, because I find myself that in the late game Lily is just being useless. 2 copies of Tensor Strategy so I can also use it into my favor and advantage if I'm really behind the price cards against my opponent. Sometimes that can be very good. 3 copies of Professor Zell Lecture so we can set those Pidgeottos in play really fast. I already mentioned the Skateboard, and of course 4 copies of Triple Acceleration Energy that powers up that downburst Unfezant. So overall, really cool deck list and deck idea that you can use in the standard format. Of course, that can be probably tweaked a little bit better with couple matchups, and with more testing you can definitely enjoy playing it, and it's really cool rogue deck. So yeah, this is it for the video introduction. Moving on to the game test so you can actually see how this deck works in action, so see you in the game. Alright, so let's see how good this deck actually will be. The cool thing about it, of course, is that downburst attack where you can simply shuffle all cards attached to both active Pokemons back to the deck. Alright, and can I start with Jirachi? Of course I can. Story of my life. I always start with something else. Never mind, because I do have Pokemon Communication for that Unfezant plus Switch in my opening hand, so it's like I'm starting with a Jirachi plus 2 Pokegears, so hopefully Parasect, Sandslash, Power Plant, Skateboard, Jirachi, Stellar Wish. Alright, what else we're gonna find out? Tate and Liza. Okay, and there is an extra net ball being used on the other side of the field. Is it maybe Circuitry with Parasect and Sandslash? Or is it maybe something else? Something tells me that it might be Parasect featuring Circuitry deck, because my opponent is going really aggressively here, setting those pairs in play. He didn't use Tate and Liza? No, he didn't. Why? Why in the world you didn't do that? That is a very good question. That is a very good question. So we have Lilifer now. With another Pokegear, we can maybe find just another Lily. I was hoping, to be honest, to maybe find that Professor Elm lecture. And there it is. So I'm rather gonna set up with Professor Elm lecture. Trying to set maybe potentially 3 Pidgeys in play. So I can have additionally Pidgeotto. Knowing that my opponent has only 3 cards in his hand, I can definitely go for triple Pidgey. I don't need to worry about being knocked out of the bench with my Pidgeotto. Probably not even with that Jirachi in the active position, so setting 3 Pidgeys in play is safe play in my opinion. At least as it looks right now. So yeah, there is a Senseless, the alone one. During your opponent's turn, this Pokemon is damaged by attack. Even if this Pokemon is knocked out, you can put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon with the Spike Armor. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, he can use Koga's Trap and then he can use Lone Sandslash. Really, really, really good idea. Actually, it is a very brilliant idea. It took me a little bit to realize what is going on the other side of the field. So this is the deck that can actually be used without a single energy card. Alright. There's actually nothing to be shuffled back if I decide to attack with my Unfezant, so that's a little bit tricky. That is a little bit tricky, and this is gonna be a little bit tricky. And this is even trickier because I didn't find myself pretty much nothing, so I'm good to pass my turn. Alright, another Pokegear 3.0 and another Cynthia being used. So I can actually understand my opponent that he decided not to play Titanize. Maybe he's just trying to keep it up for the later game. Okay, so he also using Ringing Bell. Alright, makes sense. Makes complete sense. You don't have to use energies. The only thing that you just need is a Sandslash with a Ringing Bell. And you're good to go. So I did wake up. I did find a rare candy for Unfezant, as well as my triple acceleration energy, as well as my Pokegear 3.0, so I'm aiming for another Professor Elm lecture here so I can complete my Pidgeotto chamber on the bench. Really important play here. There we go, so 3 Pidgeottos on the bench, plus Stellar Wish and 3 Airmails to be used. Gonna go with the rare candy. There is a higher chance that I can find a Pokemon instead of the rare candy with the Airmail. It is quite obvious because you're always running more Pokemons than just rare candies. You can run up to 4 rare candies, and as I said, also I'm gonna need that Pokemon communication. And maybe I'm not gonna need the Tensor strategy when I think twice. Alright, Downburst. The problem is that we're both gonna discard cards attached to us, so I'm just gonna get damage from the Spike Armor. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be affected by the Air Ringing Bell because that resolves a little bit earlier, but I did take 6 damage counters from the Spike Armor, and next turn If I attack, I'm knocked out. So I'm gonna have to find a way to bypass somehow this Sandshrew attack, actually Senseless attack. And there is a way to do that. So I have Switch, I have Rare Candy, so I'm just gonna need Triple Acceleration and another Unfezant. Or maybe two copies of, I don't know, Custom Catcher ×2. Yeah, for sure. We're gonna go with Jirachi first. Jirachi in the active position, and what we need here is a... Let's first go with the Airmail. Airmail for triple acceleration, there we go, so at least I'm gonna have energy to attack. I'm searching for any kind of Pokemon, and guess what? I'm not gonna find a single one. At least it looks like. There we go. Alright, and the perfect combination, so I don't even need to use that Pokemon Communication. Even I should do that, so I can thin that card from my hand, and I can have one less card available. Additionally, we're gonna go with a Professor Elm Lecture here, just pretty much taking nothing, so we can have more cards available for the next turn. And I think I'm gonna use myself Titan Liza. Gonna be very important to have this card. And Downburst for the knockout. Then again, I'm taking 6 damage counters back, but at least I'm taking the prize card, and the prize card is another Pidgeotto. So for me, it's very difficult, to be honest, to play against Senseless, because that Spike Armor actually making so many problems, but the deck idea on the other side of the field is so original. You can also use Koga's Trap in addition to that. I also like it. But so far, my Unfezant doing such a nice job. It's really consistent. So as you can see, I have pretty much whatever I need at any specific moment. So there is retreat into another spike plus Koga's Trap. Okay. Okay, that is yeah, that is a very, very powerful thing right now. So I'm probably gonna knock myself out if I decide to attack, which is a really bad thing. And I need to find a way to bypass this somehow. So in order to do that, I'm gonna need another pair of custom catchers, literally. Literally another pair of custom catchers are winning condition here for now. It looks like I'm not gonna even find a custom catcher. Nope, for now I don't see it. What about Stellar Wish? Just a rare candy. Okay, I can live with the rare candy at least for the following turn. But the custom catcher was the card I was actually looking for, and I'm even thinking, is it worth to play Titan Liza in this scenario? Only one custom catcher is left in my deck, so that's the problem. That is the problem. So I'm gonna just set another Unfezant at least for the next turn. I know I won't be able to knock him out, however, he will be able to knock me out. So I'm gonna let my opponent opportunity to take a prize card and prize advantage, so I can basically use my Tensor strategy into my favor. For me, probably the best thing would be just to retreat on the Pidgeotto and let him hit for 30, because he can't deal more than 30, but in some situations he can maybe play Koga's Trap and then just surprise me and take the knockout. So I didn't want to take the risk. As expected, there is a Koga's trap, so it wouldn't matter too much. But right now I'm actually down to 2 prize cards instead of the 1. But that's the good thing, because we really want to let our opponent to go as low as he can on the prize card, so we can simply hit him then with one copy of our... okay, so I'm gonna put also another Jirachi on the bench. Triple acceleration. Tate and Liza. Alright, so I'm really looking forward to hit him with my... There is not another Unfezant, but I guess I can always take another one from the prize cards, so we're gonna go with a Pidgeotto rather than... I can always hit him with a reset stamp, so that's the good thing to go. Okay, there is a Latency strategy for the following turn. Airmail for triple acceleration. I have one in my hand. I'm just gonna grab one more just in case. Well, Rare Candy is a very good card, but there is nothing else to be done with it. And then right now, right here, is a problem. What if my opponent have another Koga's trap sitting in his hand? If he have, then he can knock me out. And if I miss Unfezant from the prize cards, then I'm in a huge trouble, and I miss it, so I have Custom Catcher. Alright, with that being said, there is Jirachi to be promoted in the active spot. He don't have attacker. But he can get one really fast. With Pokemon Communication, he can definitely have another All-on Senseless. And there is a Stellar Wish. So the good thing is that I have my Custom Catcher. And with a Custom Catcher, I can take another knockout. And that knockout, it's probably going to be against Jirachi. I don't need to worry too much about Parasect. But I'm desperately need to try to find a way to get another Unfezant. Okay, I think right now it's the best way to start. Alright, let's go for that Centro. Additionally, Energy Cynthia. There is a power plant, but what can I do with that power plant? Pretty much nothing. So, Pulpad into Tensor Strategy, Tate and Liza. Going on with the Tate and Liza, I'm gonna shuffle my hand. Just another power plant, 2 airmails to be used. There's the one, there's another one. And I'm desperately needing to find Unfezant. Yes, please, shuffle all cards back into my deck. And is this a Unfezant? Nope, just another Custom Catcher. And how many Custom Catchers did I use? 2 of them, so at least I have one more Custom Catcher left. So theoretically, I can try to attack and snipe something on the bench, preventing my opponent from taking the knockout. Spike Armor for 30. Reset Stamp, not really sure how good it is. Airmail, Triple Acceleration Energy, oh goodness. Come on, give me the switch. Tate and Liza, that is an option here. That is an option here, so let me see what I can find here. Custom Catcher. So I do have 2 Custom Catchers. And again, that can be the knockout. And that will be the knockout against Keys and Jirachi on the bench, but very expensive knockout. Very, very expensive knockout. So I'm taking the knockout and I'm shuffling back that energy into my deck. I'm wondering if I can find Unfezant. Yes, I can. Alright. We're back in action, boys. At least I hope we are. Because I spent so many resources so far. I lost all 4 custom catchers. The only thing that can actually save me here, actually not even Brooksworth can save me because I lost 3 custom catchers so far, and there's a spike armor for the knockout. And only thing that can actually save me here is that reset stamp sitting in my hand. So there we go, rare candy, Unfezant. Reset stamp, we are going down to 2. There we go. Trip exploration. Let me see what I can find with the Stellar Wish. Come on, what is going on with those lilies? We don't need lilies. Airmail for Pidgeotto. Maybe I can find a way to get Pidgey in play. Of course I can. So there we go, there is a Pidgey play. Retreat to my Unfezant, and the problem is that overall, looking closely, my opponent is in a winning position, and I'm gonna explain why. I'm hitting with a downburst, and I'm hitting for 90. And I'm shuffling back this Air-Ringing Bell into his deck, and I'm taking 6 damage counters. Then he's hitting me for 30, and I need to swing back with a downburst. And if I decide to swing with a actually, I don't need to swing with a downburst. Actually, I don't need to do that. I need to find a way to switch, and there is a way for me to switch. Actually, no. I also lost my switch resources. Okay, there is a still chance to win this game. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't have switch, so I was looking forward to actually retreat on the Pidgeotto so I can attack with the Pidgeotto, knock him out, and then have Unfezant for the finish. But I have both switch in my discard pile, and I have both Tantalizes in my discard pile, so there was no way for me to actually switch. But overall, my opponent actually decided to concede the game at the end, probably realizing that he's going to lose the last attacking Pokemon, and then I would just, you know, hit 3 times with my Pidgeotto, but still, if he played just smart enough, he would win the game anyways. So yeah, I could always just cast with the Pidgeotto, but he decided to concede. So that is a GG, guys, and I hope you enjoy watching this really unique Unfezant deck. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos, let me know in the comments what you think about it. We'll see you definitely next time, so have a nice day and goodbye.